All right, we're back. I have an hour to kill, so I kind of was like, screw it, let me record a video. I haven't recorded a video in so long. Like it's been, I don't even know how long. I've been doing a bunch of stuff. I'll like plug real quick. I released an EP. It's like 5 songs. I still have songs to break down from that. I want to do breakdowns of like Empathy, the last one, and I don't know, I feel like that's the main one that I'm looking to like break down next, since there's a bunch of cool stuff in that. But like, yeah, let me know if there's songs from the EP I haven't done that you want me to break down. I dropped a Serum preset sample pack last week, made of like Serum presets that have only sine waves. It's like 30 Serum presets, and then you can get the Ableton project file for the demo if you want that too. I think it's like kind of sick. You can like dive into it and just see my mixing process. And if you're like looking to learn about like arrangement of a drop and stuff, and you're like pretty new, I feel like it'd be really good and helpful. And all you need is Serum. Been dropping some other sample packs too. Just go check like the link on my YouTube, my link tree, or like outrageaudio.com. And that's pretty much it. I dropped a song with Nitty and Micah Martin. And I'm dropping a song with Hostage. It's probably out when this video is posted. Maybe I'll post this video like Friday or something. I'm going on tour with Amorphic. I'm going to like Texas, Florida, New York, and the first stop is in Denver, October 12th. So if you're a Denver homie, come through. I want to meet you guys, say what's up. It's 7 o'clock right now, 7 p.m., not 7 a.m. And we got the sun coming in over here in the GTA apartment. Okay, now the video is actually starting. I might put a timestamp because I just fucking yapped for like 2 minutes straight. But I've been I've been promoting this song a lot on like my Instagram and stuff. It came out like almost a year ago. It's called I Wanna Know. And somebody said maybe I should do a breakdown of it, and I feel like it'd be cool because I have like an hour-ish. So I'll do Empathy next time or something. But I'm just going to show everything. I'm going to play from after the first drop, so you guys just get like a sense of what we're going into here. And if I play something and I don't end up going through it, just let me know, and or like ask whatever question or whatever you're curious about. I'll try and explain it or tell you in the comments. But yeah, thanks for all the support so far on like YouTube and stuff. We hit 1K, so that's like awesome. I'm super stoked on that. Yeah, okay, anyways. So yeah, that's the tune. Let's go through all of the bases first. This is the first drop. Fake out. Who loves? Yeah, there you go. The first drop is 32 bars. But let's go down these main basses. What do we have? Okay. So we have this thing, which I believe I'm starting off strong here. This shit is like already in audio, and like I don't think the patch is here. So there's the sub. For anybody who doesn't know how I do my subs, the literal baseline of it is amp, bass mode, 40%, saturator, plus 2.5 on analog clip. That's it. And then like basic WRD, which is just like a sine wave with a little bit of third harmonic. And then I mix in another third harmonic and oscillator B. And then there's like some pitch bending stuff. Running through the sub super fast because I've run through it before, but for anybody who's new, you know. So we have this bass. This was like some Serum bass that was just like super messy, like detuned, like high pass with a notch, making the fucking yaw, like talky filter movement sound. So, and there's some cool like note changes. Where is it? Yeah, you can hear a little like crunch in there too. Main bass though, okay, what do we have? We have that thing, which is literally a Moon Boy sample in Serum, and then we have that on top of this. So yeah, this pretty much adds like all the high end, like all this stuff right here. But yeah, let's try and go through like the details of this main bass. I'm gonna turn everything off and like slowly turn it on so we can get into like exactly how it's working. Okay. So it's basically a sub. So this is in C sharp, so it's kind of low. And then we have oscillator B making like the high signal that has all the resonance. So it's basically I'm distorting a sub with this signal. Let me turn off the distortion. And there's a little bit of FM here too. There's literally this. If I turn off the filter here, turn back on the distortion. Yeah. So the thing that's bringing out that like tonality is definitely the sync, because it's making it just like a odd, weird, off frequency like sine wave. Like if I turn it off, still sounds kind of sick, honestly. What does that sound like with like the other? Yeah. Anyways, it doesn't sound as cool. Turn the sync back on. Yeah. So that's literally the gist of it. I have these on separate LFOs. This is like the shape that I wanted for the high pitch sound. And then the sub is like a little bigger of a shape because I want it to like be more, I want it to be longer, so it's distorting everything in this shape, if that makes sense. So now into the processing sauce, I guess. Disperser at 3, or basically at 400 hertz. A little bit of pinch amount all the way up. Saturator at 12, so that's adding a lot. It's really just making it loud. Vocoder on modulator, put the ranges all the way up, so 20 hertz, 18K. There you go. So that's tightening it up a lot and giving it just like that vocoder sound. Another saturator, which seems to be doing literally nothing because I didn't turn on soft clip. So, whatever. Dimension expander, and that's making it super wide. Size is like low, and then dry wet is at like 30%. You can hear how stereo that makes. It's like completely mono before. OTT. with no output adjusted. Time is up a little bit, up to 78. There you go. So that's kind of taking the volume back down from the distortion, turning it into a lot more of like a sausage, I guess. Now it just sounds really compressed because we got the fat rack after. Another disperser. This disperser is at 900 hertz. No pinch amount all the way up. So that's giving a like the very interesting attack. Just a little bit wet. Here's the important thing. Convolver parallel. So I just have a dry signal here. And then I have a wet signal. And this is set on the small number 3 in room. So I put that reverb on it with like the mix all the way up, and then I like EQ it after. So, because I don't want any lows in that reverb or anything like that. So they're just together. Just adding a little bit of sauce. And then this is the delay. Kind of just adds like, yeah, it adds like literally just a little bit of delay in that filtered shape. So that's important for when it's on quarter notes, which I'll get to later. And I just put the time to like whatever kind of sounded cool. EQ. Take out the low end. Comb filter. On stereo, that's just making it wide. More width. More reverb. Yeah, subtle room. Like literally super short decay. Half a second and then 5% wet. Some EQing. Boosting like the 1K area. Mid-side. Cut out the stereo lows. Imager, which is doing nothing. It's just so I can look at how wide it is. It's like the exact width that I usually aim for. I usually aim for like just a certain shape and then boosting the high end. You hear the difference that giant shelf makes. It just brings it to life. There you go. And then this layer, which I think has a lot of the same processing. It's just a saturator, and then with literally just turning up the volume. There you go. That's it. And then to write the song, we'll go to here and basically change it to quarter notes. And this version sounds more stereo. I definitely added a lot more processing here. I mean, there's like some frequency shifting I was messing around with. I added texture here, which is doing this noise. So that's adding high end. But yeah, all the processing is pretty much the same. Yeah, now it's just like literally on quarter notes. It's the exact same patch. The key also with this is back in the serum effects with the distortion is it's the bandpass distortion. So I'm doing a bandpass and then distorting it because it's on pre. See, if I turn that off, then the sub is like way too loud. So there you go. There's a rhythm shifter. It's like probably sounds actually kind of cool. Yeah. Not exactly my favorite, but yeah, I just did that patch. Cut out the lows right somewhere. I guess I cut out the lows in both chains. This is the same patch. So there you go. Let's go through these layers really quick because they're very important. Like, there's a lot of background stuff. I resampled the whole drop, as you probably see me do in past videos. just adds that little fucking, like, it's there, you know. This fucking sample that I made ages ago, I don't even remember how I made that. It's like some grain delay, just like detuned saw wave thing. That thing and some chugs. That's like a growl chug. There you go. That's like pretty much the basis of like the sound here. Then you have a drop. That's it. There's a little glitch thing. Sample of mine. That's pretty much the first drop, and then there's like, it brings back the fake out bass. And then we just have another patch where yeah, you can really hear this delay. This is the delay I was talking about earlier. So there's this parallel here, which has a delay. And I solo both of them. It kind of creates like a swinging, like dun 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 dun, you know, but it's like subconscious, like it still feels like quarter notes. So yeah, I think to make this like variation of the patch where it's kind of lower, I didn't frequency shift it. I think I literally just moved this this filter to make different resonance. So there you go. What else? We have this stuff. I might have deleted the patch for that, I'm not sure. Oh, what is this? Hello. Okay, that's a Reese. I don't know where the patch for this is. That's the Growl. I don't know where the patch for this is, but I was trying to make just like some deep, like sudden death, like donk. It's basically saw waves with a bunch of disperser, and it's like, then it has like a filter that's like sweeping. That's what I would say. I'm sorry that it's like not in there anymore. It's like gone forever. I haven't opened this project since like November of 2023, so. Yeah, that thing's sick. This is basically it. Is this it? Yeah, it might be. There you go. It's like a cashmere sigh pluck for that. And then I don't know what this is. Some bass sample. There you go. So you can do it with just processing samples, or you can just sound design it whatever you want. What is this? It's like a little resample glitch of sorts. There you go. I believe that is this. It's got to be this chain. Totally is. Yeah, so I think I resampled the entire drop here and then put this is a disperser rack, so there's like 5 dispersers in here, and the frequency is mapped to this macro, and then the macro is mapped to this LFO that's doing random, and then oh, and then there's a bin scrambler after it. So that's crazy. That's sick. Like if I turn off the bin scrambler, it'll probably change it a lot. Still sick. But yeah, the shaper box and the glitch 2 are doing a bunch of stuff too. You can see. So that's how you make glitches and stuff. For the shaper box thing, I literally add a bunch of points and then I hit this right here, which does random. and then I resample the whole thing to be this. And then I find dope parts, and then I put it right here. And that's probably how a lot of these were made. Yeah. So, if you want to know how to make glitches, you can pause the video and look at this entire rack and get Bin Scrambler. It's free. I guess just look up Bin Scrambler VST. It'll probably come up. What else? Yeah, this drop is like kind of simple when I like look at it over again. There's another sub. This one has like more like pitchy on it. Yeah, so there's me trying to make those donks again. And this note, yeah, G-1. Just had like good harmonics with the filter and stuff. There you go. What is this? This is a sub. Yeah. Yeah, so you kind of get it. Like, just up here is like bass stuff, and then down here there's like a fuck ton of layers for background stuff, and then I just add a bunch of glitch fills from like resampling for fun. Let's go to the synths group real quick. I'll talk about the intro at the end, for those who want to know about the intro. This is resampled from the intro, though. And that's the only thing going on in the synths group during the drop. There you go. Yeah, and then it's just like coming up with flows that make sense. And is there a cool glitch here? There's like a bunch of layers. I think if you know my song Homunculus, one of these glitches is from there. There's that donk. Yeah, this thing is so sick. It sounds like somebody screaming, but it's like totally... I totally just got lucky. It's like from the same thing that I was talking about earlier. I guess it's consolidated. Shoot. From the same thing I'm talking about earlier, we just resample the drop and add a bunch of like effects to make it a glitch. I just got lucky though. It sounds like a person. So sick. And then there's this thing, which is probably from the Bin Scrambler stuff, and this. So yeah, that's like a fill in the build up for the second drop. So let's go through the second drop now, because there's like two things basically that are different. First off, this vocal like extends into the drop, which kind of like has a sick like surprising element to it, I feel like. And I just like cut the vocal a fuck ton and like, I wanna know. Yeah. And that's resampled from the drop. What is this? Yeah, there you go. This is a laser, which is just a sine wave, and I have one of these presets in my Serum presets pack, so you should go get it. Because it's super simple, but like, with it you can just like, fucking, boom, 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 you know? And now and then you have a laser that you can like, you know, change the pitch of and make as long as you want, and have as much low end on you want as you want, and be on the note that you want, and just a lot more control than like having a sample. And you can also know how to sound design like cool lasers. So this is the same bass, just like a little different. And then this thing that I think a lot of people like, that like joins the party. Yeah. Little chug. Chuggy chug. Let's break this one down. I'm going to turn this, or delete that stuff, and turn off the processing. And then we'll have some fun. So, it's very similar to, oh, it's actually like literally the same patch. Yeah, 3 oscillator up, 7 semitones on the second oscillator and distorting it. but this time there's no bandpass. And yeah, it's just a short little pluck thing with the comb filter. The comb filter's not even on. Oh, okay, the level here is turned down. So it is kind of, it is working different than the original patch, for like the main patch for the song. So this is just a FM thing. And yeah, comb filter is doing that to the FM. Disperser, same modulator vocoder thing. And you basically already have the sound, you just need to beef it up a little. I don't know how that sounds like it changes the pitch of it, you know? Kind of. I believe, yeah, this is on noise, so it's just adding a little high end. And then that will get amplified by this like OTT after. And then a fat rack comb filter, which is just making it wide. And then we cut out the low end. And then we do a mid-side EQ. Then we look at the stereo image to make sure that it's like nice and wide. Or like not, like we look at the stereo image to like place it in the mix where we want stereo wise. So yeah, kind of just trusting your ears, and then frequency shifting it down 30 to kind of get it in the key of the song, because it sounds like out of key. And then you're fucking golden. You just like pluck along and do a cool pattern. Yeah. There's that laser doing stuff again. And that repeats. And then we go in the second phrase, the next 8 bars of the drop, because the last one is only 16. And then we get hit with this sick ass fucking. So cool. Which this is a ring mod sine wave. Basically, yeah, it's just a sine wave. And then it's ring mod. So you can see what that does. And then grain delay, pitching it down, and grain delay makes it super stereo. Totally mono there. Now super stereo. And pitching it down to like whatever note I want. And you can like hardly hear it in these layers, but it's there. And then the main thing is this quanta. So I put noise in here. This is just white noise in this. And then, yeah, like random amount of grains, random amount of length. So, yeah, it kind of just creates like a bit of a mess, like without all this processing. Let's see. This might actually be a pad or something I resampled from the song. Not really sure. But yeah, then let's go through this. So I put disperser on it, and then I blew out the low end. Yeah, there's a sub on this, I guess. Oh yeah, there is a sub thing right here. So let me turn off this. Yeah, okay. So there's a sub and quanta right here. So I'm basically, the plan I think was to blow this sub out through the other upper signal. So there you go. And I have the depth all the way up, and it's hitting like 521 with the color or whatever. And I do a big ass peak. And then another disperser. And that makes it sound super wet. And I just EQ the shit out of it. Yeah, so this is mid-side EQ, so I'm not turning up this 1K frequency in the mono, only stereo, because I wanted this thing to like wrap around your head while everything else is kind of like mostly centered, but still wide. So yeah, boosting stuff, boosting high end, blah 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 blah, cutting out the low end, And then you're good. How long have we been recording for? 30 minutes, cool. Alright, let's do the growl real quick. The growl is just stepping to 2 notes, so D sharp to C sharp, in the key of C sharp minor. And let's delete what's not turned on, and then I'll break down this growl. Because this is like my favorite growl. It's like such a normal growl, but I just really like it. Sounds very growly. There you go. So there's a little bit of noise here, and it's just triple FM. So FM from sub on here at 20%, and then FM from B at 68%. And then I have some macros on it, so I kind of change them around. When you change these around, you get like a completely different growl, because the FM signal is just completely different. Like, it'll change so much because there's like 3 FMs happening, and that is that's why I'm pretty sure Skrillex made all of his like sick early days growls in FM 8, because there's 8 FMs that you can do, and it's like metal as fuck. Which in Operator is also sick too, because you can do 4. So Serum's kind of a puss when it comes to that. There's some phaser. So yeah, then distortion. And then what did I have next? Did I have an EQ? No. Filter? Yeah, I did. Filter, phaser filter. Resonance at 50%, and then cut off at 133 hertz. So that's basically just another phaser. And so we got like a growly signal, kind of. Put disperser. I'm really putting disperser at the beginning of every chain. It's kind of excessive. Saturator. So that's really blowing it out. You can take a look at those settings or whatever. It's just on wave shaper mode, and then I'm playing with these 6 knob things. And then this is the real sauce, because this is what gets all the movement. So I do a bandpass, map the frequency to macro 1. I do a notch, map the frequency to map the frequency of the notch to macro 1. And then I play with this map here, so that when this macro is all the way up, they're hitting like certain points of like the valleyness that I want. And yeah, I think this means I'm due for a new like growl tutorial, because I used to use fucking wavetables like a bot, and now I just use sine waves. And if you want some shit like this, here, look. We literally, I'm pretty sure I took this exact patch and turned it into a Serum preset. I want to know. Yeah, so there you go. If I turn these off, fucking... Yeah. It's the same growl in a Serum preset. So if you want it, go buy my pack. Anyways, I'm selling out. But it's cool to be able to like see that you can like learn a lot off of it, I feel like. But this is how I originally did it, with like all Ableton processing on the outside pretty much. So yeah, and then I just did this little automation. And then this is how I got the Skrillex crunch. So how should I explain this? So if I turn on this corpus, you hardly notice a difference, right? So I'll come back to that later and go over what the purpose of that is. If you know, you already know. But if you don't, this is kind of sauce. Comb filter to make it wide. Big surprise. Hear how fucking wide that shit makes, bruh. Totally mono. Also, I'm sorry, this is like really quiet right now, so you might have to turn your shit up. But 2 OTTs. You can hear it. It's coming up. It's coming up. Next one, the output's to 7. Now we're cooking. Fat rack. There you go. And then this like high ratio compression thing that I made. It's just like very short attack, short release, high ratio stuff. You can't even see the fucking below ratios or thresholds. They're at -80. So it's literally bringing everything down from -80 like up. but it's very fast. Like the time is all the way up, and it just makes it a little shinier. So yeah, there you go. Saturator. And mid-side EQ, and then look at the stereo image like a nerd. Okay. Now that we have this compression after, I'll turn on Corpus. And the main thing that I'm using here is the LFO. And I have the amount at like 70 and the rate at like 0.4. And this makes like the Skrillex crunch. And I don't know why, but that's how you do the Skrillex crunch from like back in the day. He used Corpus or he used frequency shifter. The crunches sound like a little different. Yeah, you can hear that. So, but this one you can control like the pitch of it. So there you go. A lot of fun stuff to mess around with. And then I just resampled it. And damn, that sounds crisp. So yeah. The sub sounds really good in that one. And yeah, that's the Growl. A lot of fucking shit going on in there. But like literally the sauce is just like if you do this, if you do these filters just like bandpass, and then you boost up all the frequencies that are lost with OTT, that's like how you make sick growls. And you can do it with like a saw wave. Like literally I'm not even gonna save this project, so I'll just put it to a saw wave now. There you go. And then you bend the saw wave. That's just a saw wave, and then now it's a growl. Yeah. Pretty dope. So that's the drop. Hit me in the comments if I missed anything. I'm sorry if I did, but like it's not as much to go over as I thought. But it's cool. It's very simple. It's just all from that one patch, and then I'm changing the comb filter slightly, and it gets some cool sounds. Then you just write the shit. All right, intro time. This is like one of my favorite intros I've like ever made. And also like fun fact, so this song came out in November of 2023, and I think I wrote the intro in the summer of 2021. So yeah, this shit took a long time because I wrote this sick ass intro first, and then I just could never come up with a drop for it. Oh shit, I don't know if I should have clicked that Ableton projects folder, because yeah, there's something open in it. Spoiler, we have a 2% collab that'll be out soon, so shout out fucking 2%. What was I doing? Current project? I don't think I have any of the old renders in here, but anyways, it was just so hard to come up with like a drop that complemented this intro and that like hit as sick as like this intro is, because it's so like cinematic. So let's just go top to bottom on these layers. Reverse piano, bing bada boom, piano in contact. This is the grandeur. It's beautiful. Doesn't that make you want to cry? So yeah, there's a bunch of like reverb and delay on it. Intro vocals from Arcade. There you go. I don't know what this is. I wanna know. There you go. That's what that is. So I resampled that and then made it a theme, kind of. Yeah, and then that's also resampled from Arcade. What is this? Yeah, so that sounds out of key. Probably pitch that down or something. I don't know what that is. It's not being used though. Reese. Yeah, that shit reminds me of like a Flume chord progression. Even though it's literally 3 notes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Brass. I love how it like gets all sad at the end. It sounds so fucking like womp womp. But it sounds so sick in context, you know? It kind of pitches down to like the right note. Here we have this sick thing. This is, I think I resampled a YouTube video. This was probably from Blade Runner. But you've heard this sound in like Black Ops 1 on Moon also. Shout out. If you fucking know, you know. So yeah. There's a bunch of cool stuff in here, but it's not that complicated. So yeah. And then there's like hella pads under it. All of it is in C sharp. And they kind of just get brighter as shit goes on. Where does the I Wanna Know vocal come in? Oh, that's right here. So I resampled it to this channel. I think I probably pitched it to say fucking no. And what is this? It's like some makeshift fucking producer tag I was trying to hit. So, yeah. Downlifters and stuff, because this is like a break. Siren. Where's this sick ass? Oh yeah, okay, this thing. So you can probably guess that's just from the original patch, and then it's like spun out. Yeah. And then what? This is pitched down or something? Yeah, I must have automated the pitch or something. So yeah. Let's go over drums really quick. This is the kick group, or is this an old kick? Yeah, it is an old kick. I think that was the old kick, and then I took the kick from Distorted Reality with Tate. And, yeah, I think I made the kick in Distorted Reality with Tate out of, like, an agony kick and some layers. But that kick is just so good. It's, like, super low. Like, what note does that hit? Yeah, A0? Bruh. Oh, wait. I was thinking A-1, so that's not that low. Yeah. Anyways. It's good. It just has this fat ass transient. Very high pitched transient. And then we have these tambourines, and I'm making them wide with comb filter because they were mono before. You hear how shitty that sounds now? And then make them wide. And they're just like tickling your ears. Build up kick. Yeah, then we have these sick ass drums that go into it. Yeah. And then very simple, like open hats and crashes here. And I have a compressor that's ducking them on the kick. And I use the Baraska sidechain thing here. You can kind of hear them ring modding. Like, yeah, you kind of hear how it sounds like distorted in there. Like the kick is like going through them kind of. It's just because from the ring mod sidechain. It's fucking sick. Yeah, so I have the Baraska sidechainer, and then I also have just a volume shaper that's doing like the whole thing, most of the work. But this thing has a pre-fade on it, so it'll duck the signal 1 millisecond before. You can see the duck right there. So it'll duck the signal before the sidechain hits, a millisecond before the sidechain hits, so that this like big ass transient can come through. Not even like a big ass transient, but it's just a very high pitched transient. It's very important that this hits because it doesn't have like the same punch otherwise. You know? Damn, that kick is clean. Some noise under here. And I got a utility and made it fully stereo. And then the clap layers are as follows. Muerte clap. I don't know where this clap is from. It's probably ominous. A V-dub clap. And then Fruppy. There you go. Yeah, and like that 1K really gets through. It's nice. Let me see. I think I'm going to see Alien Romulus right now. That's pretty much it, I think. I'm kind of glad this was like it was a little bit brief. Cause I gotta go see this movie. But it's been like a while since I made a video, so I'm kind of it's good to be back and make something, you know, a little bit brief and an OG tune that I haven't like touched in a while. But yeah, I'm gonna say that's it. Let me know in the comments if there's something that I forgot or that you want to know about, and I'll write you an essay on how I did it, depending on what it is. But I love you all. Thank you for the support on the YouTube and everything. It's been fucking dope. If you made it this far, you're a legend. And I will the next video will probably be empathy breakdown, just if I find time to do it. Hopefully I don't disappear for like a while. But I've been doing a bunch of stuff, like making new sample packs, so you should go buy those. Link in the description. And yeah. Okay. Bye.